Hello, everybody. We're probably on the internet right now. How's it going? My name is Will. I'm a D&D sex icon. It's Call of Cthulhu, Nameless Horrors, episode 3. Episode 3. Yeah. Yes, he said with confidence. Episode 3. Let's go to cast and crew. Let's figure out who we are and who we are playing today. I have not fixed up my internet problems. No, it's a whole thing. I was in a garage with a flashlight performing my own Call of Cthulhu music. Call of Cthulhu musical down there. But I'm hoping by tonight I'll have them all fixed after today's stream. So Greg is hosting the stream, so anything that goes wrong, we blame Greg. And that's how that works. We even have, let me see, I'll bring this back out of retirement. Exclamation point complaint. If you would like to complain at all about any of the problems here, then Moldar could be willing to take away complaints and send them straight to Greg. So let's go into casting crew. Who are we? Who are we playing? Let's start with Redundant UK. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm Redundant UK. I'll be playing Sloan, and I just want to get straight into it. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We've also got Lindy with us today. Lindy, how you doing?
I'm doing spiffy. I wasn't expecting to be next, but I'm doing super spiffy. Can't wait to be playing Lockpick Lou today.
Incredible. Incredible. We also have Donovan Fry with us today. Don, how you doing, my friend?
I'm Don. I'm doing great. I'm playing Garen O'Kane. His Catholic sword has been taken from him, but he still has his Bible.
That's the most important thing, really, isn't it? Amazing. We've also got Greg with us today. Greg, how you doing, my friend?
I am very nervous and hoping I don't crash the Millennium Falcon. But I'm here. I'm ready to play. We're ready to go. Chat, thanks for hanging out with us. Let's rock. Back to the Nameless Horrors.
And last but not least, we've got Jonathan Pruitt with us today. Pruitt, how you doing, my friend?
Doing all right. Can't wait to get to this fun stuff with Dr. Alan Pierce.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, let's remind ourselves what happened last time. Because a whole lot of shenanigans went on in the Nameless Horrors crew. Last week, the players, investigators, discovered the strange fungi which has been growing, the spores, green spores, which have been growing around Dunwich and seem to be connected to the Miskatonic River. Of course, they're investigating the suicide, murder, of the young boy, John Waits. And they are in a little bit of trouble with that because they've got a lot of leads. They're wondering whether or not it's supernatural. They're wondering whether or not it's to do with this fungi. Maybe he's been murdered. Yeah, let's actually remind ourselves because I'm having trouble remembering. I've been in a garage for the past 2 hours, and the past 3 days have been me and a Wi-Fi connection. So bring me back up to speed. Donovan, you got a lot of notes there, Don. You got a lot of notes there. Pick us up on some of the things that happened last week.
So our big lead was the actual body of the boy. Went to the morgue, and the coroner showed us that his body's full of fungal infection. Went to the university to try to talk to a botanist about the fungus to see if they could kind of tell us what it is. And what we found out is that apparently maybe the entire town is infected. And so that's very alarming. It causes psychosis, potentially hallucinations. When we left off, we were going to split up and do some more investigation, but we saw the police were running towards the university, guns out, some kind of commotion going on. And then Dr. Alan Pierce began spitting up some fungus of his own out of his mouth. And that's where we left off.
Sentient at that.
Sentient.
The best kind of fungus, sentient fungus. He had me at full of fungal infection. That's often the way, isn't it? So, before we dive into today's episode, as Dr. Alan Pierce is not feeling too good with all this fungus coming out of his mouth. Got Mordog back online here, looks like. So, you guys can interact with today's show as per usual. If you haven't followed yet, hit the follow button and join us. If you haven't tweeted yet, 20 retweets on that tweet what I said there, which is the latest one. And we'll have another viewer decision. And, of course, you can donate to affect the game as well. Give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse, like pets, like strange groves that are happening on the Good Priest. And if you want to know more about priests and strange groves, talk to me after class. So let's begin. Now the group had split up at the last. Sorry, go ahead, Greg.
I'm sorry, buddy. We just had a something come in, but I didn't know I couldn't read it over my hat, so I moved it up so I could read it going
Don't worry.
forward.
I'll go find out.
I don't want to miss anybody just because of my chapeau.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. Sometimes the hat can get in the way. Looks like Latu donates £17. There's definitely too few nat 20s on the screen. So here's 4 nat 20s for Will and a D10 of healing for everyone. Thank you. I don't think we'll be able to show the nat 20s on the screen today because Greg's running it, and man, he's got enough on. He's got enough on right now. But I've noted those down, and I will be using those today. Excellent. Thank you, Latu. All right, so you guys had split up last time. Is that correct? Remind me who had gone.
We were about to split up.
Yeah.
And then that commotion at the university happened, and then we all decided to go investigate.
Not all of us.
Well, sorry. Yeah, not everyone.
There was police involved.
That's right. Okay, so everyone except for Lockpick Lou was headed off that way, I guess. But before, as you're leaving to follow the police to the Miskatonic University, you see Dr. Alan Pierce begin to stop and cough and splutter. And as he coughs and splutters, you see this green fungus just kind of like coming out from his lungs and is like spewing onto his handkerchief in his hand. And looks exactly the same as the fungus which has been growing and was in John Waits as he died.
Yeah, I decided to get sick at PAX South this weekend so I could be in character today.
That's impressive.
Dr. Pierce, are you all right?
That's unsettling. I think we probably need to go talk to somebody. We need to go see a doctor. Oh, wait. Maybe we should go to the university and talk to this botanist. Again.
It's possible she has an idea on what to fight against this infection or fungi or whatever you want to call it.
Yes, you do know Dr. Aurelius Smith, who is the botanist at the Miskatonic University, who set on to her initial investigations into this spore.
Yeah, I got to get healed up. We're having dinner tonight, so I don't want to miss that. So y'all want to go to the you want to head to the university? Maybe we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. See what's going on over there.
I think that's a good idea.
I think we might all be infected, so we should also make sure that we're being checked out by this doctor as well.
I mean, we've all been drinking the water, right?
Well, I feel fine. I mean, I can breathe all kinds of shit, but I mean, I'm here to help you guys. I'm here for you all. Whatever you need. Clean water, shoulder to cry on, whatever it happens to be.
I'd cry at your shoulder.
No, I'm not going to let you. You've already ruined 1 shirt.
I mean, is it really ruined, or does it just have more character now?
No, it's ruined.
Oh.
Completely. It smells like horse shit, but I mean, that's that.
Well, yep. Well, we should probably get moving then.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh wow, I don't like this.
Yeah, it's as it kind of comes onto your handkerchief, it is like sticky, almost like mucus, and that same kind of like wetness that mucus would have as well, like sticky and slimy and wet and green, but definitely a bit more spongy, right? There's definitely a sponginess to it which mucus doesn't have, so it kind of like when you press it, it's kind of gross. But you head to the university. The police have probably gotten a bit away from you at this point, as they're kind of like pushing past students and heading their way to the Miskatonic University as fast as possible. A very gothic-looking, largest building in Arkham, and the group you follow afterwards, perhaps a minute or two following the trail that they've left, and lots of kind of worried students are looking in their wake and looking at you as you're following them through as well. As you kind of push through, a couple of people are going to try and stop you. There's like the secretary says, "Oh, no one else is allowed in. There's the police are here."
Yeah. Oops, go ahead.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. The police, they're headed where in the university exactly?
That's their business.
Well, we have a meeting with Doctor Botany there, and if she's available, perhaps you could bring her to us. If you tell her that it's Mr. Alan Pierce and his friends, I think she might want to see us.
Yeah, her face just like pales as soon as you say Dr. Aurelia Smith.
Do I think that perhaps something bad has happened to her based on her reaction?
Nah, you reckon she's in a spa right now? Yeah, I mean, she's pretty much shocked about hearing what's happened, or maybe even seen what happened. And you say Dr. Aurelia Smith, she's like,
Listen, ma'am, we're working with the police coroner, so if you could let us by, we need to see the doctor.
roll me a persuade or a fast talk.
Damn it! I should have tried to be charming.
You can add sweetie to the end of that and
Get a double date.
Yeah, gotta do. How did I do there? Yeah, I failed pretty hardcore. I'm not gonna use that much luck.
Yeah. Yeah. And thanks. If you guys can call out the rolls to me, I don't want to tempt fate by opening up roll 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's yeah. No, I
sure.
rolled an 87. Yeah.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, she kind of when you say that you're working with a coroner, she's seen you around here a few times now, and she knows that you've seen Dr. Aurelia Smith because you asked after her before. I think maybe you should wait here until the police. They're probably going to want to ask you some questions. I don't think you should be going to into the scene right now.
Ma'am, perhaps you could get in touch with Professor Armitage and have him come speak with us then. We have very urgent business, so we really need to act now. And if you're not going to let us through, then we need to speak to somebody immediately who can help us.
I'll phone the doctor, Armitage, then, and I'll see what I can do. And she kind of, says to her, and speaks to him and says, yes, Dr. Armitage, there are, what names?
Garen O'Kane.
Mr. Garen O'Kane wants to see you. Yes. All right. She puts the phone down. He said he'll be down in a few moments' time. Maybe if you just take a seat on the bench there.
Of course, and thank you for your help. Now, tell me, is there anything you can tell me about what's going on in there? Because it may have something to do with the case that we're working on as well.
Oh, I don't know if I should be telling people what's going on. People are scared enough.
Well, there's a lot of fear going around, that's for sure, ma'am, but you might be able to save lives, potentially, if you help us now.
You can give me a persuade here as well, man.
It's 79, it's a fail.
Yeah, she seems like kind of a bit closed off. Don't know why I did that. A bit closed off from when Dr. Alan Pierce kind of like failed his check with her as well. So she seems a little bit kind of like unwilling to say anything. It's just, if you just wait there, I'm sure the police will tell you everything you need to know soon. They'll have a statement.
Garen backs off and just says, well, thank you for your help once again.
Yes. At this point, you're hearing a fair amount of commotion from the corridor, which presumably the police went down, which is the corridor that led to Dr. Aurelia Smith's botany lab. Although, of course, that did lead to a lot of areas as well. It wasn't specifically just her lab that has a corridor running towards it, right? Or a greenhouse, I guess. But it was coming from that way. A fair amount of screams coming from that direction, and kids that are coming out and looking like really worried. You actually see one of these kids is Tommy, the little boy who led you around the first time you came into the Miskatonic University. Kid with a little cap on and kind of cheeky, chappy kind of atmosphere to him. He kind of comes out and he's looking pretty like scared, and he's one of the kids that probably has lived on the streets for a while and is just allowed to run around as a porter around here. So he comes out and he's looking kind of shocked, and he takes a seat by a bench not far from you.
How old's Tommy?
I think I described him as. Sorry, go ahead.
In my notes, it says he's about 12.
Yeah, I had him down about 11 or 12.
Tommy, was it? Was that your name?
He kind of looks over blankly for a minute and looks at you. Yeah.
You look like you could, and Garen will get up and slowly like approach to sit next to him, if he lets him.
He doesn't stop you. He seems to be a bit bemused by everything around him right now.
You look like like you're shaken up there, and you might, benefit from somebody talking to you. Now I'm a man of the cloth myself, Tommy. But if you need to talk, get something off your chest, I'm here for you.
Yeah, it's just real weird, Real strange.
What's happening in there?
Yeah.
What's strange about it?
Well, it's that lady. She's quite nice. I met her before. She was being nice then.
What lady, Tommy?
The science lady.
The lady who worked with the plants?
Yeah.
What happened? What did you see, Tommy? Tell us.
She's real mad. She had a knife or something. There was a kid there.
Who was the kid, Tommy, that was there with her?
Don't know, but I don't think he was breathing.
Do you think that Dr. Smith hurt this child, this boy?
Yeah.
Well, while this is going on, do you think there's any way for me to stealth through the doors to have a look? Before
Sure.
people going back and forth.
Yeah, I think so.
I would like to attempt to do that. Alright. Please. Oh, that's a success. I rolled a 33. And my stealth is 50.
Nice, very nice. So yeah, you see the secretary. She's on the phone. She's on the line to someone else, and she's pretty distracted because of that. And you just kind of slip through. I mean, even if she did see you, you get the sense she wasn't going to be able to physically stop you from going in there, right? So she basically just distracted you. You walk past her, and you walk into the corridor, and there are a bunch of kids that are coming out towards you from the area of the kind of lab. Most of them look a little bit shaken up. Some of them are just like sitting in the corner crying. There's a couple of kids that are screaming. One of them even has like a cut on his shoulder, and he's probably about 13, 14, and he's like bleeding from this cut on his shoulder.
And where are they running from?
They're running from the direction of the lab. Yeah.
In that case, I will carefully and slowly make my way towards the lab.
Yeah. As you get closer. Yeah, as you get closer, you can kind of see the outline of the greenhouse. There's a door before you can get out there, and there's a police officer who's on it. He's trying to kind of like hush the kids away, and he's trying to set up some kind of cordon, basically. But you can see the kind of blurred figures of them through the greenhouse glass of police officers who appear to be like embroiled in something of a fight in there. And you can hear the kind of from this distance, you can hear the kind of gunfire as there are clearly guns going off, only muted somewhat by the probably amplified by the greenhouse somewhat.
Yeah.
And outside where Garen and the rest of the party are, you guys can hear this kind of muted gunfire coming in as well.
Gunfire, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I
This
say.
is beautiful music.
It's like a symphony.
It's like it's calling to me to dance.
So is the officer looking down the corridor, trying to keep the children away, or is his
He is.
attention?
He's kind of trying to like block it off from anyone else going in there. You recognize him as the same guy who took Garen's sword.
Right.
So it's always
Yes.
the same guy. And he's like, "Get out of here, kids! Get out! Move!" And he's got like his baton out. He's got a pistol on him. He hasn't drawn it.
Yeah.
But he is like trying to forcibly move children away. And for the most part, they want to get that away. No one really wants to go
Is he
back.
moving away from the door, or is he just verbally telling them and like action in them, or is he actually physically slowly pushing them
like
back?
a meter or two away from the door, but we're within line of sight, probably not far enough to like slip by him.
Yeah. So he's not moving down the corridor to get him out. He's
Currently not. I mean, he's pretty outnumbered by the kids. So he's just trying to keep them away, trying to like block anyone from coming through the door and seeing what might be going on in there.
Is there any doors or anything on either side, like rooms of this corridor?
There's a room closet.
I was hoping for a classroom with a window, but room closet.
And you could probably access the greenhouse from above, right? There'd be like a classroom window if you went up a floor. It's just whether or not you wanted to mess around trying to find that.
Not really one for climbing. I don't want to.
What about the outside, Will? Is there a way to like skirt the perimeter and get on the
it's a
exterior wall of the greenhouse? Yeah.
Right. I mean, there would be multiple other ways to get to this greenhouse. You're pretty sure. It's just a matter of how long it would take for you to get there.
So
if you
Jolly
wanted
will
to-
start moving that way.
Okay. Yeah. Quickest route for Sloan right now would be to just go through the door, but finding another entrance is probably quite doable. There's navigation as a skill, right? So we could get that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm shit at navigation.
It's like reading school signs is like the worst thing.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't just want to go to the canteen. Yeah.
I'll give it a go, but I think he's pretty stumped. Yeah, he has no idea where he is. He doesn't know where classrooms are and stuff. So what he's gonna basically do, I think, is hide in the broom closet and just listen.
I love it. Okay. In all of Pandemonium, you don't. you Homer Simpson into the. I love it. Okay, yeah, perfect. In all of Pandemonium, you don't need to roll a check. You can enter into the broom closet. Okay. Back to Garen and Tommy and Dr. Allen and the rest of the party.
If I see Jolly moving off, I'm going to go ahead and follow him because that means that somebody is going to need some form of repair afterwards. So,
Tommy, I might have some more questions for you later. Is there a way that I might be able to get in touch with you and talk to you some more?
Yeah, he says, well, I guess I'll be at the Cardboard Kingdom.
Oh, very good. I've been wanting to visit that location anyhow. Here, for your trouble. And he takes out he takes out a crisp dollar bill and palms it to Tommy.
Yeah, he's quite absent-mindedly like takes it and stuffs it into a pocket.
And then Garen will follow good Dr. Pierce off towards the rest of the party.
It's real. Okay.
Damn
Cardboard
straight!
City is real.
Damn straight, it's real! So happy now, guys.
you have to reevaluate everything, Jolly.
This changes everything.
I'm not even sure who I am anymore. This is a strange thing.
Alrighty. So, and you headed off towards the direction where Sloan has gone?
Jolly was going around the outside to see if he could go round the outside to get to the greenhouse that way.
Yeah.
To kind of find the exterior wall and.
Yeah, roll me navigation. Have a quick navigate around the school.
Yeah, I'm not real good with schools. I'm not normally I'm all right, but schools they
Yeah.
trip me up a bit.
So
Okay.
you're gonna find it. It's just gonna take you 5 minutes. You kind of go around. You enter into a couple of broom closets. You go into a couple of arts, like art rooms and stuff like that. And you're like, oh fuck. And most of the teachers here are like trying to keep their students inside. They hear that something is going on, so the university is kind of going into like lockdown mode right now. And back in the hall of the university, more police officers are flooding in. So they're kind of bringing down as many officers as they possibly can. By the time you break through into the kind of outside area of the greenhouse, you found another exit through like a science lab, basically. Jolly. You enter into the greenhouse and the gunfire is stopped, and it's pretty silent as you enter into the greenhouse. And you see before you the police officers who entered into there, who have been pretty brutally eviscerated. There are like hundreds of cuts upon them, some of which appear to be small, some of which appear to be large, and some which appear to be like a beast, something which like tore it apart. And their innards are like exposed. Their stomachs are like heaved onto the ground. Their throats have been cut. Some of their eyes have been ripped out. Some of their faces have just been completely caved in by a blunt force trauma, like a sledgehammer, like repeatedly bashing in someone's skull over and over. And there are another 5 dead police officers in here. And I'd like you to draw me a sanity check. So you got any nat ones to use there, Greg? It looks like you do.
Well,
Should we,
I already rolled my extreme, sir. I did not hear anything before I rolled the extreme success that I've just done.
I'll allow it. So, thank you, Forbrand, for the cheer. Time for fun. Wild Medic Surge for all the players. I like that. Well, let's roll you Wild Medic Surge as you come in here, Greg.
Okay, I can do this.
And the rest of you guys can roll them up here as well. If you just pop the number that you roll in Zoom's chat, let me know.
I should probably do that a little bit better. 3414.
3414. Once per week, you can freeze up to 1 gallon of water.
No way, I like that one.
That's pretty cool. How you do that, I leave up to you. Is it an internal thing? Is it just a skill you have?
with my bat, baby.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. So you bust into the scene. There is no sign of Dr. Aurelius Smith in here, but there is certainly signs of a fight. As clear from this. I mean, you can see bullet shots that have broken through panes of glass and shattered them, and there are multiple blood spatters which are everywhere. I mean, there is blood everywhere in this place. It definitely looks like these guys had a fight and lost. Also, all of like the shit around is like just been thrown everywhere in the chaos. Like the tables have been overturned, that kind of thing, and plants have been ruined.
The doc hasn't come in yet, right?
Correct. At this point, they're gonna. I mean, if you guys were headed in that direction, they're gonna be here momentarily.
Yeah.
And Will, we just got a crit success, and I couldn't read the rest of it because of my name.
It's for good old Grimjack from Kit's Battle Bar. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, Kit. Thank you, brother. Drinks for you later.
Crits from Kit. Yes, from to the floating hat that is Greg. So, is there anything you want to do in like the 5 or 10 seconds before the rest of the party get here, Jolly?
I'd like to. I have my gun with me, but I would like to pull out my bat, and I would like to take the wrap off the bat, exposing the wood, and I'm gonna put my hand back towards where the doc would have come through, and he's gonna say, "Hey, Doc, stay back a little bit, just for a second. I'm not sure exactly what's in here."
as the rest of you come in here, let's all have some sanity checks. So anyone got any nat ones left? We've got Lindy with a nat one, Dawn,
I'm
Red.
not there.
Oh yeah, you're not there. So Dr. Pierce, Red, and Dawn take a nat one on this sanity check.
Okay.
And I should have brought my dice in. My dice from D&Dice, our sponsors. I forgot to mention at the start of the show. Go check them out. 5% off all the dice. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. So, Sloan, you're going to lose 3 sanity.
Oh, I'm not in the room. I'm in the broom closet.
Oh, you're in a closet. You're right. Keep that one. Dr. Pierce, take 5. And Garen, take 5 as well. And when I say take, I mean reduce. Which is temporary insanities. So temporary insanities, I mean, it's like standard shock that you guys are dealing with right now. Like, you guys are basically in shock as you see the chaos laid bare before you. You are getting very uneasy feelings that this might be something similar to what happened at Cold Spring Glen with the 5 other police officers killed.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks to the Great One.
Oh yes.
I saw something like this in the war.
This is for Garen exactly the opposite. You know, everything he's been hoping he wouldn't see. And so he goes pale as soon as he kind of peers through the door. But he does stand back per Jolly's instructions. He doesn't enter all the way just yet.
Yeah, I'll look at Pierce will look at Garen and be like, "So you still think this is not supernatural?"
I think that we have some work to do ahead of us. That's all he says about it.
Damn it.
Okay, Will, can I describe my bat?
Please.
Okay, so when Jolly pulls the bat out of the surplus bag that he usually carries it in, it's most of the times when he used it against the student and to pull the pipe out, it has another sleeve over the top of it. And when he pulls that sleeve off, the wood of the bat carries various arcane symbols. They're drawn in spirals, concentric circles, a field of stars on one side, no brandishing of like there's no Louisville Slugger, there's no, Savoy Special, nothing like that along the length of the bat. And at the very end of the bat, where it would normally just be a rounded off area used for balancing or perching the bat upon a stand, there is a lidless eye. And when Jolly pulls the bat out, he points it at the room, and the lidless eye blinks as he kind of sizes up the area. And he pulls it back up and proceeds into the room.
Let's take a look at these surges as well. So, Garen 3955. Whenever you cast a spell, you feel overwhelming euphoria. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Especially given Mr. Kane. As for you, Alan, your clothes are caked with salt. Weird.
Larry's not allowed to slime on you.
Yeah, it's probably a reaction to Larry.
An incredibly odd soldier walks up, touches your shoulder and puts it right on his tongue and goes, "It's salt." And the guy beside him looks at him like he's completely fucking insane for tasting something like that. The last year.
I hate you.
You love it.
This is why bad things happen. So, yeah, go ahead.
Garen will after he kind of centers himself and notices Jolly go in, is the bat, we see the bat, right?
Oh, yeah.
We see this go down. He snaps from shock and goes back to his sort of like interested, super observant mode, and he's going to follow Jolly in with his Bible in hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Pierce will go ahead and head in and start looking at the bodies, checking to see if any of the people remaining are alive or close, if any of them can be saved.
Absolutely. About this point, the officer who stole Garen's sword is gonna like head in. Sloan, you hear the sound of him moving away. So he's gonna head in, and he's also gonna roll a sanity check. Because he sees what's going on here. Oh, the 2 with the 15 pounds. Chat wants Don to have 15 nat 20s, and I agree. Here's the first 5. Holy shit. Woo! Okay. That is cool. Thank you, too. Appreciate that. You're on your way. You're on your way, Garen. All right. This guy fails his sanity check. So he's in a similar state to Garen and Dr. Pierce right now. And he just kind of come in and pales and froze up. And is just kind of like standing over the side. Dr. Pierce, you can roll me a medicine check here. Thank you to Jacob for that Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, so I rolled a 91. I failed.
Woo. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull out a flask from my coat and kind of take a shot and try to center myself and see if maybe I could push this and like a little shaken up by seeing this kind of barbarism.
Let's do it.
Okay. There we go. Got a rolled a 37, so that's my half. So I got a hard success.
Nice. Very nice. So you kind of like still yourself for a second, think back to some experiences that you've had and kind of focus on it. There is a guy who is alive here. He has had several puncture wounds to his neck and a whole lot of like raking, almost like claw marks over his chest. His stomach is open and is like his guts are pouring out for him. But basically you get the feeling that probably because it's a gut wound that is killing him, he's like taking a little longer to die than the others who have also just had their throats completely ripped.
Okay, yeah, I'll move over to him quick and just be like, oh, okay, it's okay, you're fine. It's just a scratch. What happened here? Can you tell us?
Yeah, he's like barely able to like speak properly of the damage done to his throat. But he does say, Doctor.
Is it Dr. Smith? Dr. Smith did this.
He manages to get out like a breathless nod. Yes.
I'll just kind of turn and slowly look at my two compatriots in the room, like kind of. And I'm gonna try to help him. Open up my medicine bag. Give him a little morphine.
Yeah, let's do it. You can roll me another medicine check. It's gonna be a hard.
I got an extreme success. I rolled an 11.
Very nice indeed. Yes. You are gonna. Yeah, you managed to stabilize him to a point where he's going to be able to speak better. You don't get a feeling this guy's going to live, but you're buying him time, and you're relieving his pain with the morphine as well. So he kind of like, this massive injection of morphine to his body. He kind of like, his eyes go a little wide for a second, and he's like, Dr. Smith, she did this. Bullets did nothing.
Are you saying you shot her and it did nothing?
He's got like a gun in his hand that he's lying down. He's like propped up against the desk, and he's like shakily like looks towards the gun in his hand. And as you kind of take out the revolver, you see that it's empty.
Well,
ask him where she went, Doc.
Yeah, where did you see which direction she went?
He wait, and kind of looking towards one of the shattered glass windows, Looks like she's pretty made good her escape out of a different exit of the university.
Does one of the fallen cops have keys on him?
Yeah, roll me a spot hidden.
I can do this. I can roll spot hiddens. That's a success with a 46.
Very nice. Yeah. A lot of their possessions have been like scattered around. Their bodies have been flung everywhere. But yeah, you do pick up a set of keys on them.
I will take these keys and I will put them in my pocket with my new pilot's license and my $50 from Jameson. He's going to head towards the window that was shattered, and he's going to look around the glass around the shattered mark to see if there's, I don't know, anything hanging from it, like clothing, bits of flesh, blood.
Most obviously, there is this kind of like green spore stuff everywhere. It is like someone has like coughed it up, you know, everywhere. Like more, I say coughed it up, more like projectile vomited it everywhere. Hey, shots for the D10 a heal for Jolly.
Oh!
So,
Let's see if I can get one more question out of this guy before he buys it. Did you notice anything about the doctor? Did she look different? Did she, I mean, anything physically other than your bullets not affecting her?
he she looked evil. So fast.
So fast.
And then he kind of just like lolls backwards.
Oh god.
Is that other police officer still in the room?
He is.
Garen's gonna approach the police officer, sort of observing and making sure that he's comfortable with Garen approaching.
Yeah, he's like thrown up a ton.
Mhm.
But he kind of like has steeled himself somewhat, much like yourself at this point as well. Damn. What the hell happened in here?
So, did you overhear or witness anything that happened in this room?
Boys were going in. We heard that the doctor had gone crazy. Started stabbing the kids with a scalpel, and then we rushed in and I held the door. Stop any more kids from getting in there. I heard them firing. I thought they'd be fine. I mean, there were 5 of them. They were good men. Most of them served.
Did Dr. Smith say anything? Did you overhear her saying anything during the confrontation?
Saying anything? Why, I don't know. I don't think so.
We have a friend, tall fellow, looks sickly, beard, Mr. Sloan. I believe you met him in your police station. Have you seen him?
I don't think so.
At that moment, I'll come in.
Just sliding out.
Yeah, just
Waiting for the entrance.
I
So-
just had to wait for it.
Sanity check for you, Sloan. Sit down that one.
Bastard.
And it's going to be 4 sanity lost for you.
Okay. For a brief moment.
And your wild magic surge was 5860.
Yeah. Oh god, what is it?
It reads, target has been controlled for years by an orbiting satellite. Sputnik controlled. I'm gonna
Came back in time.
well, I'm gonna work something out with you, Sloan, which is gonna be a bit more to do with your mysticky stuff rather than
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah.
something more along the lines of perhaps as a patron.
Mhm.
Or something.
Something darker.
Yeah,
So
he's
yeah,
I don't think I've seen him. And then you slide in.
then I walk in, and as you walk in, you could see Sloane, and he's normally have his calm face, but for a very brief second, the face kind of cracks, and like his eyes widen. There's fear, and then after that brief second, it just goes all calm again. And he goes, "Have you discovered anything?"
Yeah, I'm gonna need a new date for tonight.
I'm assuming the good doctor did this, and you'll start slowly walking and scanning the room as it's going on.
Don't be so sure that it was her. I mean, it was her that done it, but some of this green shit over here on the window, she could have been not in her right mind. She was working with it, right?
The officer's kind of like, he's sort of starting to come round, and he's like, hang on a minute, I gotta get some more boys in here. Y'all can't be in here. This is the scene of a crime.
And yet here we are. We're walking, and there's no mystical force that's pushing us out right now. Why don't you get your bearings? Why don't you sit down? You've lost a lot of fluids from your belly. Just sit down, ease yourself down. What's your name, Officer?
Brooks.
Brooks, Officer Brooks. Yeah, take a load off. Don't sit in any of your buddies, and we're gonna look around here. And if we find something that'll help you, we'll be the first ones. New set of eyeballs. We weren't here for the festivities, so let us help with.
I just need a minute. Then y'all gonna have to get out of here.
Right. You take yourself a minute. Just sit down a little bit. And as Jolly's looking around, does it seem that can he track where this thing went outside? Like, is there a trail of green or blood or?
Yeah, from his point.
I could do that. I could intimidate it if you'd like.
Intimidate the ground.
No, I couldn't see anything.
Can I have a look around myself for anything that kind of stands out for me from this nervous side?
Absolutely.
No, don't see a thing. I rolled a 92 on my 40, so I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much. The sample which you gave her has been... Like, there is far more here than the sample that you gave her. I mean, you, gave her a pipe, right? Like, a scraping off a pipe, basically. It was like a little, Petri dish kind of sample. Like, the stuff that you're seeing around here, it's like someone has been... It's like walking down... a street in Essex on a Saturday night. Like, there is there is matter everywhere.
Yeah. It would seem that either the substance that we gave her is reproducing itself, or perhaps someone brought some more here, or it got here naturally. Either way, this stuff is spreading. And he kind of looks at Doctor and he goes, "How are you feeling?"
Feeling quite unsettled at the moment.
Yes.
I think that we need to figure out what this stuff is before I cut all y'all up and eviscerate you. Because I don't want Jolly to have to beat my head in with a baseball bat. Because I'm pretty sure he can.
That would be discomforting for me as well.
I mean, we understand that this fungus or whatever it is can, well, from what we can see, might give strength, speed, and obviously insanity. Doctor, I would highly recommend that you empty your stomach as quickly as possible.
Okay. Pardon me, and I'll walk over to the corner and find like a sink or whatever and try to make myself vomit.
You're a doctor. You know how to do that.
I don't need to roll good.
No.
Make a biology. Yeah, so I'll try to
Intimidate your own body. Throw up.
Throw up, you wuss.
I can help with that if you need it. Intimidation.
Yeah, you like you cough up you empty your stomach, basically. Whatever is in there they've eaten this. It's mostly probably got water in it because you guys haven't had many like hard meals recently. Like there are some like specks of green in there.
Okay.
But he has been coughing it up quite a fair amount.
You might be lucky, Doctor.
Yeah,
You coughed most of it up. Or at least we hope.
I certainly do. I don't want to have to become a bulimic.
We're going to need another expert if we're going to understand what's happening to this town and what's happening to us. Dr. Smith, she was the only one who's been particularly helpful to us so far.
Yes. But was she being particularly helpful because she wanted to? Or perhaps she had ulterior motives?
Well, she did mention that she was one of the boys' teachers too, so she did have direct connection to Mr. Waits.
And didn't he come to ask her questions about this area? Yes.
Yup. That's what she said, at least.
Indeed. Although this doesn't look like the work of something that was planned. If she was undercover, so to speak, why do this? No. This is the work of someone who has breached their own sanity, who's gone beyond reality. Something pushed her over the edge.
Garen's gonna go to where Jolly was at the window, and he's gonna say, "Did you find anything out here? Any signs of where she went?"
No, I didn't see where she went, but and he points to on the edge there, Will, where you indicated there was some of that green shit. And there's some more of that, but I think we've got plenty of that to go around. You know, we do have Cassandra tomorrow night at the Black Dahlia Jazz Club, but she's got Carrington's notes. If we can't have an expert, perhaps an expert's notes will be the next best thing.
Yup. Though if this crazy lady is still out and about at Lodge, she's very much a threat to whomever she comes in contact with.
You think she's hunting? Father.
Even if she's not hunting, if even anyone crossing her path is at risk, I feel compelled that we pull on that thread and find out where she's gone, and if perhaps she's fallen apart or she passes away due to whatever's happening to her, the evidence within her body may be imperative for our continued success.
You want to hunt the hunter.
Sorry. Speaking of people who are on their own, Lou, whereabouts would we find you at this point?
So I'd be finishing my forgery of this beautiful certificate that's gold embossed, got lots of different, inks and very fine calligraphy. And I've got all sorts of information about it right here. It is signed by Pope Pius XI, enabling the bearer of St. Peter's sword to go on his yearly pilgrimage throughout the nations. It's also, there's got a note of it saying, relic of holy importance must complete its yearly pilgrimage with its blessed and holy protector, Father Garen O'Kane, and it's signed by, King George V of England, King Alfonso III of Spain, Vice President Charles G. Davis, and Prime Minister Raymond Honker. And, she's got, all the signatures and fancy stuff, and it's, super ridiculous fancy, because, the more important people's signatures and fancier you make it, the less likely it's going to be questioned by the common folk. She knows this from personal experience.
What's it a forgery for, exactly?
It's for him to get his sword back, because it's a license.
Right, okay. So
and I'd like to use a nat 20 on it, so it looks super
It
fun.
does, it looks really good. It looks really good. What are you doing after you complete your forgery?
So Larry and I are bored.
Right.
And we're like, well, they said not to eat the fungus, but the lady said it could cause hallucinations, so we're gonna lick the pipes. lick, just like a not like a full on, but like a
Yeah. All right. Yeah. How can I say no? How can I say no to that one? Just offer it on the platter for me. Absolutely. Yeah. It you know, it's a little spongy. It doesn't taste acrid or anything.
Okay.
If anything, it kind of tastes a bit like a lentil.
Oh, lentils aren't bad. They've got
Yeah.
protein. They help you not starve in the winter. So, you know, I'll scrape a little bit of that off like the inside of the pipes of like the bathroom next door, so they know. So they don't know I was tampered with the pipes we already took off. So that way I'm all like down low, and I'll just like stick it in my pocket with my birdseed. And then Larry and I are gonna go because the water is not safe to drink, even though I just licked the fungus. So we're gonna go to the Black Cat and try to get some liquor because I have $3.
Nice.
We're gonna buy a bottle because prices were super cheap back then.
Oh yeah. All right. So drop me a wild magic surge from Charis as you lick the pipe.
Another one?
It's actually it's for Lou. It might be for Larry. I mean, yeah.
Okay, because I rolled one earlier.
Oh, we didn't get yours yet, but yeah.
It's 4518.
4518. If target is slain, the caster is under a Gias to resurrect him. Geas. What's that?
Geas.
Gias. An obligation or Geas. Yes, Irish. Okay.
It's like it's like a curse type thing. You have to.
Yeah.
Magically impose a Geas. Okay, very cool. Oh yes, it's a magical command on a creature you can see within range. Actually, in the Roll20 Companion. New word learned.
New word.
All right. What was your second roll there?
Oh, I did another wild magic surge.
Please.
Ooh, 10. I don't have my glasses on. 0, 0, 0. Okay. 928.
90928. Caster finds a set of high-quality watchmaker's tools.
Perfect.
Holy shit!
This.
Larry and I are on our way to
Let me guess whose they are.
Oh.
Oh, they Mehmet Bakriat. Who's Mehmet Bakriat?
So here's what happens.
Okay.
You are going down to the place, the cat.
Black cat or whatever.
Yes. To share a drink, and you're in a Miskatonic hotel at this point, correct?
Yeah.
So you pass by Waits, the guy who runs the Miskatonic hotel, and who has been keeping an eye particularly on you. And he says, "Hey there, Miss Lucille, Miss Jenkins, is that right?"
Yeah, that is correct. Hello.
Right. Well, there was a delivery for you.
A delivery for me.
That's right. Well, assuming you are Miss Lucille
I
Jenkins.
am Lucille Jenkins. Thank you very much.
All right then. And he kind of gets out a package from below his desk, about yay big, sets it on the desk. And then they didn't give an address, just
Oh, well, what name? No name?
just no name, just showed up in the mail.
Open it because it's Christmas. It's obviously Christmas.
Is that so?
I mean, it must be my birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
And you open it up, and it is a box, wooden box inside, nicely carved, pretty handcrafted, do you reckon? Nicely finished as well. And you kind of like click it open, and you take a look inside, and it is a set of odd-looking tools. Very intricate looking. Not sure if Lucille would immediately recognize what these are. They look a little bit like thieves' tools.
Okay. I have a shit ton of lockpicks.
And things like that. But you might recognize, some of these as being like watch repair sort of tools.
Okay. Is there kind of like a check I could make? Like,
Yeah. Just give me an idea roll. Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Roll 1d100. Oh, that's an extreme success.
There you go. You immediately recognize it.
I'm like, oh, these are fancy.
Yeah, and Watkins says, my, well, you best be careful with those. You never know what kind of trouble you can get yourself into with
with watchmaker's tools.
That's right, yeah.
Sure. All right, and I take them and
He puts a hand on the box as you go to take him. I'm just saying you ought to be careful because whoever gave you these tools clearly, well, they must be important kind of people, if you get my drift.
I'm a very important kind of person, and I'll take the box.
I'm talking about the kind of important people who kill other people, mistress.
No, this is just watchmaker's tools, and I'm very good with me hands.
I'm sure you are, my friend. I'm sure you are. Will you look after yourself out there?
Oh well, thank you, and I'll take my fancy new box, and I'll take Larry, and and because they've already seen me at the Black Cat today, I'm gonna go in disguise. I'm gonna pull my hair, like slick my hair back, and put Larry on my face as a slug stash, and I'm gonna go into the pub.
He said, as you're leaving, one last thing, Miss.
Yes.
My lord. If you having any trouble with making your watches there, sometimes it's just a matter of belief.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Now you enjoy yourself.
I will. And I leave. And I'm twirling my mustache, but it's actually me just kind of pulling Larry as he keeps crawling across my face. I'm just like,
Yeah, he leaves like a green, slimy trail.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't leave that green trail before.
Oh, well, we did lick the fungus.
Yes, we did.
I didn't get any hallucinations though, so obviously the shit they have at the asylum is better. But I don't want to go back, so I just go get I buy a bottle because the water isn't safe to drink, so I buy a bottle and then kind of just chill outside.
They do serve you.
They do serve me. That's good.
It's the cat. Like they see all sorts around here. You know,
Look,
they're like, oh, a woman walking in with a fucking slug in her face. Join the crew. Join the queue. You know. So yeah. All right.
And then I'll kind of like lurk around the Miskatonic University, waiting for my friends to get back out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm not messing with those
there's
bullets.
plenty of rumors going on outside about what's happened. Like there are
Yeah,
talks.
I'm gonna overhear some of these
Yeah.
rumors. If I
Yeah, there's talk, you know, like Dr. Aurelia Smith. Oh, I heard she went mad and shot policemen, but she's been killed. And all sorts of rumors going around. You know, some say that she was killed, some say the police were killed. You do see like a steady, like after about 10 minutes waiting outside, you do see more police officers
There's
coming.
like a big hubbub, right?
Big hubbub. Oh yeah, there are like people
Can
from the
I-
street are gathered all around. Yeah, this is like an event.
Can I try to pick somebody's pocket? Like, while
By
we're
all means.
Okay. That is an extreme success. I rolled a 4.
I think I'm being called right now. By Cthulhu. I think it's actually my food. Can you guys buy me 5 minutes?
Yeah, I just loot everybody's pockets in that meantime.
I guess we can go back to the crew as they theorize about what's going on.
Yes.
All right, so here's my theory.
Well, I wouldn't recommend we go looking for this thing. If 5 police officers armed with guns can stop it, what chance do we?
Well, now I don't know what this thing is exactly, but I do believe that the group of us might be more qualified to at least observe and learn more about this thing.
Yes.
I mean,
Observe.
we were sent because I'm assuming you have all had experiences as I have, and that's why we all work for the same organization. So
Does this
We
look
need-
like it can be observed or reasoned with?
No,
What
it does-
what in this room makes it you think that we will have the opportunity to watch it in its natural habitat?
If it even has one.
Maybe murder is its natural habitat.
this just looks like insanity. This looks like
Yes.
like he said, she looked evil.
Yes.
You
yes.
don't just put that word on something.
It's very possible. that this green stuff causes her to go into a mad frenzy. Does that not also what happened to the young man who died? Was it suicide? No?
Well, he didn't
Had
kill
to.
anybody.
No, but it drove him to the insanity that he commits suicide.
Well,
I mean-
now if we go back to the Cold Spring Glen killings, though, that might.
I don't know if it's coincidence or just what that weren't 5 cops killed then.
Yes, I was thinking of that too.
Any
Oh.
checks or rolls people would like to make?
Will,
Sorry, yes.
I'm sorry. Can Jolly look to see if he can find a bullet that embedded itself somewhere that may have passed through the good doctor?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm gonna spot him.
Can I just do it? Can I just have it happen?
You got a 20.
You got a 20.
No, damn it. Hey, somebody want to look for a bullet that might have passed through somebody?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
yep.
I'll start looking around.
Yeah, Garen will look too.
Oh hell, someone found
I
it at the atomic
rolled-
level.
I rolled a 1 for my spot hidden.
Oh, critical success. Yeah. Basically, what you find, Doc, there is the shell casing from a bullet which has gone out, and also you find the bullet which has probably gone through because there is like blood on it, and there is like green fungus on it as well. It's like embedded in a heavy table, basically.
Okay, I'll look around. Be like, I'll look at Jolly and just be like, "Can I borrow your knife?" I'm just
Yeah.
assuming that he has a knife.
Which one? Yes, this one.
Yeah, sure.
Is it-
And I'll kind of pluck
Yeah,
it
there you
out
go.
and
Here's my knife.
I don't mind touching it just because I'm already infected. So what the hell? And I'll hand it back to
That's
him
fair.
if you want to take it.
Yep. Jolly will take it, and he turns around with the slug in his hand to Sloane, and he says, "Now, what was that about you being able to? What can you do when you touch shit?"
What? Oh, you mean my thing that I can do? Yes, I can.
Yeah, your gift. We'll go with that gift.
Yeah.
Now, if you touch this, would you know where she was going?
Perhaps. But it comes at a great cost to myself. So naturally, I don't like to do it as little as possible. I'd like to do it so. If you believe that this is truly something that needs to be done, I can attempt it.
What could we learn? Where she was, where she is, where she will be?
It was rather random. It could be a past, present, or potential future. It could be the emotional state that she was in. It could even be a reenactment of what occurred.
He puts
Or it could be something completely irrelevant.
He takes the bullet and puts it, the slug, the mouse-shaped slug, and puts it down on one of the outer rims of one of the raised flower beds, and he looks at the others. Go by vote. This is Sloane's doing. He gonna hurt himself to figure some information out? Is it important enough for Sloane to do his gift thing?
This is our only connection. I mean, yes, we saw what happened here, but we don't know where she is. We don't know. If Sloane is willing, I think he should.
Mr. Sloane, this gift that you have, what else are you willing to share about it in terms of how it works, or perhaps what the source of your gift is? Anything at all?
I do not know. I have always had. I do know that it takes great psychological strain on me. So great, in fact, that afterwards I am someone else until I become myself again.
When you say you're someone else, do you mean literally or figuratively?
And he just smirks.
Are you livelier? Are you like less creepy? I mean, is this a tit for tat that we might be able to tat for tit?
It depends on what I saw. I can be livelier. I can be quieter. I'm just different. Not a good different, but different.
Can you be a violent different?
Oh, no. Well, not so far.
Huh.
Yes. As this is happening, Sloane's going to walk around and he's going to closely examine the corpses, see if there's some kind of occultish pattern in the way they've been killed, and like maybe the way the organs and stuff are placed about. Could I do that?
Yeah, roll me you can roll me an occult.
Cool. That's my best one, 75. And extreme success.
Nice. The pattern which have been laid out doesn't seem particularly, cultish. Usually that would be you'd like kill people, put them in a pattern, and then try and do something like some kind of ritual, some kind of spell. In this case, they have been murdered in a brutal fashion, and they're just like laying out here. The number could be significant. That there are 5 of them here, that there are 5 of them in Cold Spring Glens, and that's something that you've already kind of put together. But the way they've been laid out doesn't seem occult. The nature of this killing, you don't need an idea roll to know that Dr. Aurelia Smith did not possess the strength that would be required, let alone the fortitude to eat bullets and to continue to kill people. Yeah.
Mr. Sloan, I wouldn't normally ask you to do something like this, and I'm not entirely comfortable with it, but I agree with Mr. Pierce that our health, and indeed the health of the town, is directly linked to this woman. So if you can find out something about her, even by chance, I vote that you do.
Yes. So what is it that you hope to accomplish? Her motives? What actually happened? What is it that you wish for me to see?
Is it going to happen to us?
I'm not sure if it works that way, but it might. It might.
Yeah, she's coming after us. Does she have a hankering for the good doctor over here, who might smell like one of her own with the green shit in him? No offense, Doc.
So you wish to know her motive?
Yeah, if she's batshit crazy. Is she?
If something's controlling her,
I see. I will attempt this. However, there is something you must promise me. That once it's over, that you ensure that I drink one of the vials afterwards that I keep in my pocket.
Done.
Sure. If you want to go ahead and hand it to me, I can administer that. I've done it before.
He takes one in. They're only very small. They're not very big, but they're only very small. And then, please ensure that I do take this afterwards. Thank you. And he picks up the little pistol, which has still got a bit of green on it, and he has a look around. And he looks around at some of the corpses, and he kind of dips the pistol in some of the gore that's still there. And he kind of takes a sniff, and then he just, and then takes it out and hopes something happens, basically.
I knew it. I knew that's what he was going to do. I knew it.
Yeah.
Put shit in his mouth.
Want me to do power?
Yeah. Give me a power check.
Oh, that's extreme success. I mean, that is 4, and I've got 85. I'm like...
Very nice. So...
Show you Requiem for a dream montage.
Your vision kind of goes black once again, Sloan, as you're used to it doing, as you have these pretty blackouts from time to time. And you're seeing a stately home. In this vision, everything is like gray, right? Everything is like grayscale. You're seeing a stately home, and you're walking inside it. And you look down, and you are not Sloan, you are a woman that you recognize to be Dr. Aurelia Smith, as you are inhabiting her spirit, her ghost, whatever you would rationalize this as being. You look down, and it's you, and you are walking through this stately home, and you're not sure where you are, and you're walking through as many halls. It seems like they're endless. And you step into a corridor with just one door down the end of it. Might be breaking up here a little bit.
No, you're good.
I'm good. Okay. One door down the end of it. And you're stepping towards it. And you open the door, and inside there is an older man who's very well dressed.
We lost you there. One sec, Will.
He's got a well-clipped grey beard, although everything is grey in the beard.
Okay, so sorry, we lost you a bit. So basically, he's a grey old man with a well-kept beard, right?
There you go. Perfect. And he looks up at you,
Mhm.
and he says, "Sloan, what are you doing here?"
Can I say, where am I?
How did you get here?
Who are you?
What are you doing in her body? What are you doing in her spirit?
I'm looking for answers. What happened to her?
Answers. You come here looking for answers. You should know better. Now you cannot leave. And that's what we're gonna wrap up today.
No, we can't go late because we started late.
Sorry.
Sorry about that suggestion.
Oh, I wish we could. But we do have our next show, Sands of Zahir, to get
No.
to in a little while. But let's go into Custom Crew real quick. Do we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Greg, thank you so much for running production today. Greg, what did you think, my friend?
Oh, I had a blast. I don't think I messed up too terribly bad so far. Knock on wood. Knock on. Chat, you guys are awesome. I was able to interact a little bit more today, which I super duper preferred. Latu, Kit, Cheris, drinks to you guys. Thank you very much. And wherever Strider is, fuck him.
Amazing. Let's go with Pruitt.
Hey, yeah, I had a great time today, in the time that we did have. But I'm pretty sure that Pierce is fucked. But, you know, whatever. So, yeah, you can find me over Twitter, JPru Inc., or look up WebDM Show, at WebDM Show over there, where all of our videos are on YouTube. You can catch me later tonight on Twitch with Saber Dice. Will Jones will be heading that. And other than that, we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah. Lindy.
A lot of fun. Lou should never be left unsupervised ever. She's getting into lots of shenanigans, but she has made the most beautiful license to wield this sword ever. And licked a little bit of fungus. And I can't wait to find out everything that she picked from the crowd's pockets with that 4 out of 75, Will.
So many things.
So many things.
So many useless items.
No, you say useless, but you haven't really seen Lou yet. But yeah, I'm Love Lindy. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I do Dungeons and Dragons, video games, cosplay, and I'm on Grimjack's channel on Sundays for Pulp Cthulhu.
Incredible. Don.
Man, I had a blast today. It was a short game, and I wish we could play longer, but for an hour and a half, it was a lot of fun. The story is really starting to pick up and shape up. You can catch me on Twitter at Donathan Fry. I share comics. I write for iNecromancer and do the Blood Plague is the big project that I'm working on right now for Encounter Roleplay as well. And I'm sorry, Tom, that democracy failed you.
Speaking of Tom, my friend.
Yeah. Well, it was good. I enjoyed playing Sloan. I'll get another character for next week. Don't worry about that, Will.
Good.
But no, it was really good. Again, it was a shame, as everyone said, it's a shame it was a slightly shorter episode, but that's the way things go. There's always next week. And I feel that this episode, even though it was one of the best ones. A lot of things happened. We've learned a lot more. And essentially we just realized the further we get into it, the more fucked we are, basically. So yeah.
That's pretty much long and short of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much Call of Cthulhu, isn't it? My name is Redundant UK. I have a Twitch channel, which I stream 2 p.m. GMT Monday to Friday. And I hang out in Encounter Roleplay chat an awful lot as well. So yeah, that's me.
Great stuff, great stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys enjoyed the show, hit that follow button and join us. Of course, check out our sponsors, dndice.co.uk. Get some awesome discounts off there of their incredible dice. But we're going to our next show. We're going into episode 2 of Sands of Zehir, which is, of course, Dungeons & Dragons 5e adventure with Strider Heat
Fuck him.
as the Dungeon Master. Fuck him. So I'll see you guys over there in a few minutes' time. What's going to happen is the stream is going to go down, and then the stream is going to come back up again on a countdown, 30-minute countdown to our next show, during which time we'll listen to some tone flicks. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and until then, try to too many now on, so we'll be laughing when you do.